Hi, Chaplain Steve, and I got a video this time that is thought-provoking. And what do I mean? This is really based on a conference call I had with other chaplains. We zoomed, and so we do this every once in a while. We talk to each other, kind of catch up, and talk about certain issues that we're dealing with, so on and so forth. And one issue came up about a chaplain that had a patient that had ND experience, and the ND experience was based on being an alien. And so, we talked about this for some period of time, but what was interesting, a question came out of it. A pretty profound question. Is the soul the same, no matter whether you're human or whether you're in another, life form or another being of some kind on another planet? Is the soul stay the same? Is it the same soul no matter what your body or what you're experiencing outward? And I thought that was an interesting question. And so, we discussed that for quite a while. And, the other thing I'm going to tell you that we talked about this too, that, when it comes to God, everything and anything is possible with God. And I mentioned that before in another video. Everything and anything is possible with God. So I find it kind of feasible. And what I find feasible is there is a lot out there that we don't really know. And our experiences may be more expansive than we think. We may experience other stuff that we think about Earth, but we may be experiencing other stuff that we just. And I tell you that before. I don't remember any of the experiences that I've had before. But the thing I'm going to also say too, that when our time comes, we're going to know. We're going to find out. We're exposed to a lot of different viewpoints, a lot of experiences, so on and so forth. But when it's our time, we're going to find out everything. So I'm just kind of putting that out there. But anyway, I think it's going to be interesting for you guys to think about, because it was for me. When we talked about it, it took me a couple days. It happened a couple days, so I kind of thought about it. And interesting question: is the soul the same, no matter what kind of physical being that we are, whether it's a human or whether it's another life form? The soul is the same, remain. And what is interesting is the goal seems to be the same. It's about gaining knowledge. The other thing I want to talk about are the similarities. And this ND experience, what the gentleman told me that this patient had, in this alien ND experience, that he had siblings. He had parents. He had brothers and sisters. He had relationship with others, and so there were a lot of similarities. But what brought the discussion about really was that the ND experience this person had, he saw his alien father in the light. And there are other similarities too that are kind of interesting. I talked about relationship that a lot of the similarities that we have. But he saw, and that's what kind of precipitated this whole thing, is he saw this alien father in the light. And what is interesting too, what we also discussed based on this ending experience that the person talked about, God. It seems to be very universal, and basically I can tell you it is very universal. And one way or another, any kind of being in any other kind of circumstance, whatever, God is universal. It's just universal. And so I just found that interesting. But again, we were kind of, the rest of the chaplains, there were a total of 5 of us, and we were all just kind of caught off guard with this, what this chaplain brought up. But it was interesting. It's just interesting to think about. Is the soul the same? And based on the ND experience, and based on I've not ever had anybody in my experience that had told me being an alien in a previous life. I've not heard that. But in this chaplain, he did hear it, and he had a discussion with one of his patients based on that. But again, I thought it was thought-provoking. I thought it was interesting, and I don't know how you guys are going to react. I don't know. And I said the question again: is the soul the same? No matter what form that you take, no matter what body you take, whether you're from another solar system, another galaxy, whatever it is the soul remain the same? And is the soul always, is it about gaining knowledge, no matter what circumstance that the soul finds itself in? Anyway, I just want to throw that out to you, and again, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was thought-provoking. And as I said, I just wanted to share this with all of you. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and yeah, it's interesting. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I really, again, appreciate your time. One other thing I want to tell you, too, I really appreciate your comments. All of them. And I appreciate it. The second thing I really appreciate and I'm only going to mention this once, is subscribing to the channel. If you feel I have merit, you'll subscribe, and I appreciate the ones that have, and I appreciate it as a great compliment. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and until the next video. Thanks again. I hope your day is going well. As always, I ask, I hope your day is going well, and thank you again till the next video. Thanks again.